Recently, Jana Duggar shared with her fans a video that she had taken during her Bachelorette trip. Fans, on the other hand, would wind up seeing something that they had not anticipated happening. In the aftermath of finding that a criminal had stolen a wallet, Jana's mother, Michelle Duggar, was seen confronting the latter. During the course of the video, Michelle herself discussed her perspective on the matter. At a bachelorette party in Santa Barbara, an unexpected event took place during the celebration. Michelle Duggar is most well known for her role as the matriarch of the Duggar family on the reality television show 19 Kids and Counting. Along with the birth of 2 children and 4 grandchildren, the TLC series that was formerly known as 17 Kids and Counting also witnessed the birth of grandchildren. She has also made an appearance on the spin-off known as Counting On. During the month of August, Michelle's daughter Jana tied the knot with Steven Wisman. Jana just uploaded a video that she had taken during her Bachelorette trip. Jana's mother and her sisters were among the guests on this trip to Santa Barbara, which was an all-girls vacation. Michelle confronted a robber in the video that was uploaded on November 27. Fans were able to watch the situation unfold. Joy Anna Forsyth, Michelle's daughter, asserted that she witnessed a man stealing a wallet from another individual while she was in a restaurant. It was pointed out by Starcasm that Michelle interpreted this as a call to action. The individual was located by her, and she challenged him until the relevant authorities arrived. The video was captioned by Jana with the following: "Mama Bear chased him down and told him to give it back." Michelle was also seen in the video with a few law enforcement officers who stated that they were attempting to determine what had occurred. As the alleged thief threatened to call the police, Michelle made it abundantly clear what her response would be. After then, Michelle went back to the part because she needed to explain what had occurred. The police were able to obtain his description, she revealed. Both of the guys were brought together by them. They are well aware of their condition. He has a friend who is wearing a white shirt. A video was taken of them. Photographs were taken of them by them. The individual who was in possession of the camera took photographs, which he then handed over to the authorities. In every respect. According to Michelle, she confronted the individual and informed him, "It's not okay to do that. And it makes it impossible for everyone." After then, she asserted that the man had suggested that she was pestering him. When Michelle was asked about this, she reacted by claiming, "I am not harassing you. This is the truth, I assure you." It was then that she said, "Shame on you. If your mother were to see you, she would not be pleased at all." According to the allegations, the man threatened to call the police. Michelle's response, on the other hand, was that she would first contact the authorities. After the video was released to YouTube, a large number of viewers took to the comments section to discuss their reactions to the events that transpired. As said by one of the users, "Michelle looks fantastic. A young age. As well as on the hunt for criminals. You are just incredible, Mom Duggar. Incredibly lovely vacation home with a breathtaking panorama. What a wonderful time." Someone else said, "What a wonderful time it was to witness your Bachelorette trip." While chasing after the thief, Mom Duggar did an incredible job. A lesson was even taught to him by her. What do you think of Jana's video? To what conclusion do you come to this tale? If you want to stay up to date on the most recent celebrity and reality TV news, make sure to check back with Bombshell 25. In the world of unexpected heroes, there are stories that leave you questioning how ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Michelle Duggar, a woman best known for her role as the matriarch of the Duggar family, which gained fame through their reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting, is not the first person you'd think of when imagining a crime fighter. Yet, in a surprising turn of events, Michelle proved that courage and determination can come from the most unlikely places. This is the story of how Michelle Duggar, in a moment of unscripted drama, found herself chasing down a criminal on foot and taking him down in a way that no one could have predicted. A quiet day turns into chaos. It was an ordinary Tuesday afternoon in Springdale, Arkansas, when Michelle Duggar's life took an unexpected turn. After completing her regular errands, Michelle was at a local park with some of her children. The sun was out, The birds were singing, and everything seemed peaceful. As a mother of 19, Michelle was no stranger to the hustle and bustle of family life, and this day was no different. She was taking a moment to relax while watching her kids play, a much-needed break from the everyday demands of raising a large family. However, all of that changed in an instant. From a distance, Michelle noticed a commotion near the edge of the park. A man, clearly agitated, was rushing toward a parked car, but what caught Michelle's attention wasn't just his behavior, it was the way he was looking around, almost paranoid, as if he was being chased. In that moment, Michelle's maternal instincts kicked in. She could tell that something wasn't right. The man's anxious demeanor, coupled with his erratic movements, suggested he was running from something or someone. As the man fumbled with his car door, trying to get inside, Michelle saw a figure in the distance, sprinting toward him. It was clear that the figure was in pursuit of the man. Michelle didn't think twice. She quickly grabbed her phone and called 911, but she knew that time was of the essence. The criminal appeared to be getting away, and Michelle wasn't one to simply stand by while someone was in danger. The chase begins. Without a moment's hesitation, Michelle dropped her phone into her purse, handed it to one of her children, and began running toward the scene. Although she wasn't known for her athleticism on TV, Michelle's years of chasing after young children and keeping up with a busy household had made her more fit than most would assume. The years of caring for her large family had also endowed her with an inner strength and determination that few could match. As Michelle ran, the sound of her feet hitting the pavement echoed in her ears. She could hear the distant voice of the pursuer calling for help, but she focused only on the man ahead. There was something in the way he moved, his desperation, his refusal to stop, that stirred a deep sense of urgency in Michelle. She knew she had to act quickly. The criminal, sensing someone was gaining on him, glanced over his shoulder. His eyes widened as he saw Michelle closing the distance between them. Panic set in, and he began running faster, darting between parked cars and weaving around obstacles. But Michelle wasn't slowing down. Her legs were carrying her faster than she thought possible, driven by a blend of instinct, fear, and fierce determination. Closing the gap, Michelle had always prided herself on her ability to multitask, and that skill served her well in this moment. As she ran, she quickly formulated a plan. She wasn't just trying to catch him, she was calculating her next move. The criminal was heading for a dead-end alley, and Michelle knew that if she could corner him there, he would have nowhere to go. With each stride, Michelle's confidence grew. She had chased her children around for years, but this chase was different. It was about protecting others, not just her own family. Her heart was racing, and the adrenaline coursed through her veins as she closed the gap between herself and the criminal. The alley was just ahead, and Michelle could see the man's fear written all over his face. He was slowing down, but he wasn't giving up. He darted into the alley, hoping to lose Michelle in the maze of dumpsters and shadowed corners. But Michelle was relentless. She had no intention of letting him escape. The takedown. The alley was narrow and dimly lit, with trash cans and boxes scattered along the walls. As Michelle entered, she knew she was in the final stretch. The criminal, realizing that he had nowhere to hide, turned to face her. For a split second, Michelle's eyes locked with his, and she could see the fear in his eyes. But that didn't stop her. Michelle knew she had to act fast. She was close enough now to make her move. As the man attempted to back away, Michelle reached forward and grabbed him by the arm. He tried to shake her off, but Michelle's grip was firm. She pulled him toward her, using all her strength to wrestle him to the ground. In that moment, Michelle's experience as a mother took over. She had dealt with tantrums, fights between siblings, and moments of chaos that required her to step in and maintain control. This was no different. The man struggled beneath her, but Michelle was resolute. She managed to get him into a headlock, using the techniques she had learned from years of handling difficult situations in her own home. Just as she was about to gain full control, she heard sirens in the distance. She had no idea how long it had been since she first started chasing him, but it felt like an eternity. The man's resistance began to fade as the sound of approaching police vehicles grew louder. Michelle held him firmly, not letting go until the police arrived and took over. The aftermath. When the police arrived on the scene, they were amazed to find Michelle Duggar holding the suspect on the ground, her face flushed with exertion, but her demeanor calm and collected. The officers quickly cuffed the criminal and confirmed that he was wanted for a series of burglaries in the area. He had been on the run for weeks, evading capture by moving from town to town, but Michelle's quick thinking had led to his capture. The officers thanked Michelle for her bravery, and as they took the man away in their squad car, she couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. She had done something she never thought she was capable of, and in the process, she had protected her community. It was a humbling experience, and one that would forever change her perception of what she was capable of. In the days that followed, Michelle became the talk of the town. People were astounded by her bravery and her quick thinking. While she was always known as a loving mother and a strong family figure, few knew the depths of her inner strength. Michelle's actions that day proved that heroism can come from unexpected places, and sometimes the greatest courage lies in doing what you feel is right, even when it's not easy. As Michelle reflected on the events of that day, she was reminded of the importance of always being prepared, both mentally and physically. She had never expected to find herself in a situation like this, but when the moment came, she rose to the occasion. A hero's reflection. While Michelle Duggar may never have envisioned herself as a hero, her actions that day proved that heroism isn't about fame or recognition. It's about stepping up when others need you most. It's about doing the right thing, even when it feels impossible. For Michelle, the experience served as a reminder that strength comes in many forms. Whether it's the strength to raise a large family, the strength to endure hardships, or the strength to chase down a criminal and take them down, Michelle proved that she had it in abundance. In her own way, Michelle Duggar had become a symbol of resilience, bravery, and the power of a mother's love.